Alrighty, we are live. Oh, my sound is right. I'm going to send this out. We got 12 minutes until the close of market. Right now, um, I don't really know why Groupon's selling off so much. It could just be positioning. It also might be TripAdvisor, but Nextdoor was a good response. And actually, Groupon's been following sort of the segment of the group. Quick primer. I wrote it up on Substack, and if you didn't see that, go see it. Now that it's so close to earnings, I have unpaywalled it. Actually, starting in 30 minutes, maybe when anyone's watching this. If you're just coming in now, then skip ahead 2 minutes. I'm in. You could skip ahead 10 minutes if you'd really like, but I'll give a little bit of a primer. Excuse my ADD. I cannot multitask. I can't talk while text. I need to get this into the Discord first. Everyone. I copy text. What do we got? What do we got? Somebody definitely closed out those 35s. So we'll look at the options before we close. I think that's first priority, I guess. We can look at the Oman and the options that are off topic. Now I need it in Substack. Someone just post this around. Help me out. Make sure that people come in if they want to come in. I would say it's a pretty healthy options on one. Which, listen, everyone I'm talking to says this is not the quarter. I think that the quarter is going to be also not the quarter that's going to show the whole thesis. So you can't make or break it. It's the sort of print that has upside because everyone is in that camp. That's the way that I see it. Earnings live now. All right, so rapid reaction. You guys are like 30 seconds delayed, at least the way that you come into me. I don't know if it's when you see it, but group Bloomberg should be the quickest. It's still probably faster than what you get on Robinhood, despite the latency. Although maybe not. Maybe you'll get it before. Generally speaking, going through the numbers again, it's on Substack. What I want to see on Groupon is growth of any sort, really growth of any sort, and profitability. That's still looking positive. Units. So the real, users, North American users have gone up, active users, that is, but units have gone down. And I want to see that switch over the next quarter. I just don't think it's going to be now because there's no rebrand. But if there's a 16 million print on EBITDA and gap earnings kind of like don't matter. But if there's a 16 million print, I think it's go time. That's kind of like my bogey over under. Now the consensus is, can you see the consensus right here? Okay. Consensus is 14.6. Pull this up. 14.6. Now I wrote in my report, I just think they're copying homework. I think it's going to beat that. And that's, if the bar is that low, it's pretty good. On Corsair, it's all about segments. Let me get my computer so I can see the chat. There we go. In Corsair, it's about the gaming component. So the entire bear case is built on, this is only a one-time bump. All of the memory inventory that they strategically bought is kind of going to unwind. and then there's going to be massive demand destruction. And I think that's a little ridiculous. Um, so we'll see. We'll see there. And both prints are coming in soon. But I guess let's go options. Monitor Oman. A lot of puts were bought, like the 2021s. I think those are probably a sell. Most active option. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, most active options for Groupon. I think a lot was closed out, quite frankly. 22,000 contracts traded. That's a fuck ton. To use my language, that's a fuck ton for Groupon. Times 25, that's 2 million shares. That's like 10 to 15% of the company is traded in options notionally. God damn. And it's all August. It's all August related. So I attached this OBBV. Well, let's see how this changed. Surface. Oh, okay. So people are selling the crap out of the August expiry. They're absolutely selling the crap out of it. Dude, what the shit? Okay. You see that? If you, I don't know how to like go back to yesterday, but that's not a lot of IV. I mean, there's a lot of like super out of the money IV. That's crazy. Um, what strike is this? This skew. This is meme action skew right here. Um, show strikes. So there actually isn't a 50, so it's just kind of extrapolating up there. What's the highest option we have? 40. So it's 170 7% IV. So like that's the squeeze play. The in the money, the at the money is like where the value is if you want to play the options chain. But then it just drops off a cliff and it's like super flat. It wasn't this flat before. The the January under 100, it's like just remains kind of there aren't actually December 27 there actually is, so maybe 28 want to look at. But anyway, and Corsair, I don't really know the options chain that well, so I'm not going to try to get smart on that in the last 4 minutes. Let me check sound. I have it. Is sound good? Yeah, Bloomberg has some pretty cool tools, but just making sure my sound is good here, and then we'll have a rapid reaction. Dude, TJ is so he's crazy. Um, yeah, that's a volatility. I mean, it is functionally of the visualization of a table of strikes, duration, and the volatility, the implied volatility of that. You can look at the table here, and it will just basically say per moneyness where you at. Um, and it's not the actual strikes; it's kind of like a matrix of the strikes. Um, and again, the fact that 5,400 30s, 4,027s, 2,032 calls, and then the 20s and 24s have traded 1,500. That's a lot of options, and they're closing it out. So that's explains the price action. 140 IV there. January 20 calls of only 92% IV. Um, puts are probably are probably juicing a little bit. Anyway, so the print, I imagine it to be as volatile as the IV says. 14% implied move, could flash down, and then I'll be a buyer. Save some money for that, unless something is like broken, and then I'll wait for the commentary. The call isn't until Friday morning for Groupon, so I'm gonna hop on the Corsair call and pass on the Stepstone call. I just know that the Stepstone guys are going to be jokers, and we'll see how that goes. The Stepstone guys are the most promotional, like midwit. When I look at these alt guys, I kind of get pissed off by all of them. One more minute. I get pissed off by all of them, but I recognize intelligence and you listen to Barry Zito talk, guy's smart. You listen to Rowan talk, he's smart. These Stepstone guys are idiots. They're actual idiots. Not just on the narrative, but like everything. And the sell side analysts are kind of jokes, but they did, albeit ask more poignant questions last time. I'll be looking at the transcript afterwards. And yep, closing 22,000 contracts on Groupon. Let's see Corsair. How many contracts on Corsair? 4,700. Both are similar market caps and similar prices. Groupon super outsized move. Okay, beat on Corsair on the revenue line. That's important. Adjusted EBITDA destroyed. That's fucking huge. I bet it's up big. If it's not, that looks like a buy to me. Obviously, I like to get smarter on it. Ooh, let's go. Okay, we are 1 for 1. They're seeing the guide up 121 to 131 million, called a mid 126 million. They saw 100 million. The market cap is, the enterprise value of this stock is 676 million. So this year, they're halfway through the year. They just bumped up EBITDA $26 million. It's trading at 5 times this year's EBITDA. Bear case is destroyed. The stock is not quite as shorted as Groupon, but it's a buy, even up 15%. This thing's going to 15, no problem. Jim Cramer, bye, 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 bye. That feels awesome. That is a, hey, listen, I was right. It's one of those. It was, hey, I was right. Excuse me, sir. What do we got? Probably 405 on Groupon, if I remember correctly. I thought Corsair was, that's why you just sit in front of the ticker. Short interest on Groupon. I just want to be, what bozos. This is where I started fighting everyone on Corsair, because they were just slandering the name because their short was ripping in their face. I originally got long this stock at $566, and I've been like, hey, you guys are wrong. When people have really weak bear, like if it's a malicious comment, negative, like I don't care if people argue like your stock is shit, that's fine. But when they speak uncertainties against positions that have good management, are doing well, that's where I kind of get like, dude, shut up. And that has led to some issues on social media, but I feel pretty vindicated right now. 10 cents of earnings. I don't really care about the gap earnings. Dude, that's a 26% raise in adjusted EBITDA. Okay. It should be up higher. Yeah, I mean, so my target was $15. They should be 20 now. It's a buy here. Like, I'm not joking. You raise guidance 26%. It breaks the bear case. It's fairly highly shorted. In fact, I'm going to get specific on that. Short interest is 23% of float, 8 days to cover on Corsair. Guys, this is going to squeeze. Fuck. Should I use my bullets on Corsair? How many bullets? How many bullets? 19%. Dude. Can I get a hell yeah? Yeah, I mean, like, I don't really like pounding the table for people, but that's about as much as I'll do it. I mean, Groupon probably higher, but I'm like, hey, listen, Corsair, Corsair. I'm like whispering in your ear, Corsair, Corsair. These guys are dumb. Um, so one of the Goldman analysts on Corsair is the same Goldman analyst on Groupon, and they just don't know shit. they legit Sheridan. I'm sorry, buddy. Like, just drop the coverage. You're not paying attention. Literally 8 days to cover on Corsair. That's crazy. So if it's up 15%, uh, Stepstone, higher revenue than normal. That's probably all SpaceX. I'm really confused about how they're reporting in Jan 30th. If the call, they're going to be like, yeah, well, SpaceX is down a lot. Net loss is 100. Like, you're losing money during the biggest exit time possible, right? Like, it couldn't be a better environment for secondaries, and you're losing money. People think that, like, you can exit stocks all the time. Excuse me. In fact, you cannot. Those guys are jokers. Actually, I want to actually replay the call and listen to their voices, but quite frankly, I got more monetary value in my long. So probably won't do that. Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club. There's really no liquidity. I'm not even really looking at Stepstone because there's no liquidity in the after hours on that stock. Very little. Dude, trade desk is getting wrecked again. Holy shit. Um, Yo, if you're in my Substack, don't comment in the Substack. Comment in the YouTube. What was that candle? Somebody just decided to fat finger down to 1060. Excuse me. What is Celsius down? Brother Harrison, Substack, read, brother. That's like just it's now it's time for Groupon. We got one for one. I can't even look at, like, what is this? More to follow. We'll see on Stepstone. What is 8 and what does the 8K say? Ba, 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 ba. Don't care. Raises dividend. They don't even have the money to pay the dividend they have now. This is such Ponzi finance. Like, okay. All right, steps down. Keep it going, brother. Keep it going. Just raise the dividend. You know what that reminds me of? It reminds me of 8K. What do we got on the 8K? It reminds me of Icon. Ooh, Corsair's gonna keep on going, huh? Mamma mia, here I go again. My. Dude, I don't even know what to say. EVT. Okay, good call. EVT events. Yeah, thank you. Hey, Mr. Secret Man, you got to teach me all the tools. All I know is I've been exploring. Uh, what time is it? Okay, what am I looking at? What does this? What does this mean? What are these words? Help. Report second quarter results. What does it mean? Revenue down 1%, billings down 1%. What is unit sales down 7%? What is EBITDA? Positive 14.8. So again, a miss on the top line and a beat on the bottom line. What is the revenue estimates of it? No raise to revenue. What about EBITDA? Project Foundry, our AI redesign of how Groupon operates, remains the most consequential work underway at the company. Um, uh, at least 60 million is what they said before. No raise to free cash flow. This is probably down. Let's find the severance, huh? Groupon. It's actually not down, which says there's like no volume. Same, no raise to EBITDA. Dude, what are these people saying? Like, there's such bad coverage on this stack that they don't know what the prior guide was. They did raise this. So they raised this from the cost cuts. And, I'm a bull. I could say, oh, take it. It's a beat and raise. No, it's not. Let me just go through this. Let me think. Free cash flow was 15 million. Cash and cash equivalents was up. What's the share count? So the Q3 is going to be a billings. They're guiding for 5% growth there, and it's all coming from billings, which I have to think about. Because well, obviously billings and revenue are directly tied, so the take's going to stay the same. But is it coming from active new users, or is it coming from uh, retention essentially? Yeah, I mean, listen, we got over the hill. We got over the hill. Who knows how this is going to trade? I'm reading through the release. Did they talk about any severance? Let me control find severance. No. Loss from continuing operations. High end of guidance. International local revenue is up 8%. Interesting. So North America has been driving most of it. Now international is catching up. Partially offset by strength and things to do. Wait, what's happening? All right. I mean, listen, we got over it. Now it's about the call. It depends, because if there's 2 million severance, that 14.8 becomes 16.8. Then you can get really happy. Yeah, a slight miss on revenue. But the thing is, those three analysts, like, it's not those. That's not real. Like, that's not a real estimate. Those guys don't even pay attention to the stock, really. Bobby more so than the others. Corsair blew out. If I play music, they'll ban the live. It won't be allowed to be replayed because I don't have the. I imagine there's no volume on Groupon. Let me check on. I think I just buy Groupon because why not? How big is this spread? I don't see any shares until way up there. Careful on the spread if you're doing any trading in the after hours there. Corsair is more exciting. I need some water. Dude, the Groupon uh info is not coming out. Is Stepstone moving at all? No liquidity there. DraftKings just reported. Need to figure out how to operate Bloomberg better. They didn't though, John. I don't know if John's on here. Uh, Dude, it's so hot in here. Like, I'm trying to find a balance of uh, these Californian save energy gurus. Like, I just think Groupon goes up. They beat on profitability. There wasn't this weird gap, 30-cent miss. Um, we need a severance number. Can anyone find a severance number on Groupon? Because if you add 2 million to that 14.8, that's 16.8. That's good. That's where, that's where I want to live. But they didn't really raise EBITDA guidance. Even if they said they did. So what happened was they are cutting costs. They raised EBITDA guidance in a press release. Apparently nobody was paying attention because the stock immediately sold off. And they said that they're going to get net savings of like $15 million per year. And in that press release, they went up from 70 to 75 to 75 to 80. Now the stock tickers are saying, oh, they raised guidance. I mean, from last quarter, yes, but they did it in a press release. It was already known. Having said that, the market wasn't paying attention, so potentially that's net positive. I would have liked to see 80 to 85, just like a little bit of a walk higher. But ultimately, like, who's selling this? John, come on into the Discord. I mean, everyone panic sold today. Everyone bought puts. It's like, okay. Yeah. I don't need to be responding to one person. What's the YouTube chat got? They're always sandbag. They always sandbag, and it's really all about the commentary. It's all about the commentary of the redesign, what they're doing, talk about where this company is going. Redesign's not in the last quarter. It's going to be half in this quarter. So I'll wake up extremely early on PST tomorrow, and we'll see. But I need a severance number. Somebody tell me if they find a severance number, because last quarter, it was a miss on EBITDA. At least this one's a beat off the bat. But it becomes way better if there's a potentially $3 million. So like, I wrote this up in Substack. You can see it now. Soon. The paywall is going to come off soon. They don't adjust for severance, which private equity adjusts for everything. But a public company would typically add back a one-time expense such as severance. They don't do that. Um, so if it's actually Q3 revenue of 223, um, dude, this little, the things that are popping up here are god awful. I mean, realistically, I kind of wanted volatility one way or the other because to the downside, I'm buying, and to the upside, I'm rich. But okay, now we just let the company cook. Like, it wasn't bad. Okay, game on. It would have been, it would be down on this print if it like charged up into it, because people, I don't think anyone was expecting this like huge number. I was probably more bullish on the profitability than most people. And we need the severance number to figure out if I'm right, and then the stock is going to go up. But everyone I talked to was like, it's not this quarter, it's going to be next quarter. I was so busy today. Oh, RP, 20 to 25 severance. No way. No way. 3.2 million. Are you serious, guys? Wow. Let's go. Okay, now this is a beat, and now it should go up. Hold on, I have to send this out. But um, wait, I'm first of all, take care of my money first. Alumni order. There's like no liquidity down here. Let me know if anyone gets a fill. That the ask I see is at $27. Dude, Logan, holy crap, man. RP, what do we got? Total estimated charge incurred from the large, which is cutting up to 400 positions. We know this. We know this. Where do we see the severance in the quarter? Oop. Bingo. How do I attach this? Three. So they had, what did I say? 16, 17 million. Well, they beat my number. The true EBITDA number is 17 point. It's 18. I just want to make sure that they didn't include this time. Okay, dokie. Um, what happened to Groupon? Oh yeah, there you go. There you go. And somebody just figures it out. 3.2 million. Who was that? Discord. Discord. No, we are the smartest people on this stock. That is gorgeous. RP, you're a legend. Was that JR? Legend. Legendary. Um uh okay, do they fill though? Oh, beautiful. Outlier. Okay, I'm gonna tweet this out. Oh, did they actually add it or did they not add it? I don't know if there's any. What is the? There's like no liquidity for Groupon. So they did add it this time, huh? Did they or did they not add it back? They did. Stock based comp is down though. That's good. Directional. Success. Success. Okay, guys. Water. Who's going to be up early tomorrow? We may have some questions for management. Let's see if they can get them in. Oh, we are family. All my brothers, sisters, and me. Yeah, I'm putting my bullets to Corsair. I don't even know how you can argue with this. It's 12.79, up 20% off the print. Okay. Well, EBITDA's up 26%, and it's gonna scream. '28. All right. What kind of song can I listen to that YouTube's not going to ban me for copyright? Anyone got like a mixtape? Let's get a mixtape. Someone pitch me their mixtape. Yeah, guys, should I show up to the conference call? We are family. All my brothers, sisters are me. 55, I need that. How much volume do we have on Corsair in the after hours? $12.77. Is DraftKings dead? Dude, that was the easiest short of all time. I really should have stayed with it. But at that point, I was kind of just focused on longs because it was AI central when that became a good short. It's not even down. It's priced in, priced in, priced in. OPM, OPM. All right, what is Stepstone doing? And then I could probably need some food. Nothing. All right. The reason why I love small caps is because literally there is very little attention that goes into trying to figure out what is happening to these stocks. You hear the darndest things. Burry's long DraftKings. Stepstone now down 5%. Holy moly. New Leopold. Guys, new Leopold. Oh. Step. I don't see any Stepstone action, honestly. There's no after value. Oh, glitch down. You guys see the stepstone glitch down? I love a good glitch down in your favor. Dude, that company is so trash. If you ever meet anyone that's long stepstone, unless they're just trading against the Bears, respect. But if somebody actually thinks the fundamentals of those companies are worth buying, they should be fired and put in some sort of financial gulag. I think Corsair is going to keep on going. That is what I'm buying. I mean, I'm also big enough in Groupon, to be quite frank. I mean, simple arithmetic, right? If they raise guidance 26%, the stock should be up at least 26%. This is not a one off. I think it should be up more because, one, after all of this, it's still 6 to 7 times EBITDA, this year's EBITDA. Also, the bear case is kind of destroyed because they've worked through the inventory and they're going to get 25 million more dollars in EBITDA. So this is legit the business. You can't say this is a one-off profitability. Like, that's legit. I know low. There are bids at 38. Is that for STEP? Rosa. I got to get better at live streaming. I'm too ADD. I need like an assistant. Corsair is incredible. Uh, After hours of Stepstone, I would like to get that number. Distributions. LD, can you help me get volume on in a good way on this chart? I just clicked it. Okay, there it is. I don't see any. That was probably 100 shares. That was probably nothing. Yeah. 250. Literally zero. Yeah, there's no volume on Stepstone. Company's trash. Company's trash. So the confusing part for me is last quarter they Groupon said that they have like strict rules on severance and they didn't add back the last one. They added back 3.2 million this time. I don't know if they're excluding part of the severance if they have a rule on that. I guess we'll get some color and guidance from um, yes in the after hours Discord. Um, so I just don't understand what their ad backs are. if you look at it, nope, that's not what I want to do. Okay, you see that? So Q1 2026, restructuring was like nothing. But there was 2 million of restructuring here. Now they're adding back 3.2. Like what does that mean? Does that is it fit their definition of a one-time expense now and it didn't in Q1? Or is this 3.1 million fitting like a bucket and definition for them, but there's an additional 2 or 3 that they're not adding back? Lord knows, Lord knows. I also don't really care. But you just gotta try to get smart sometimes. The call is gonna be fun, dude. Someone, if you wanna buy Trade Desk, like you're in for a surprise. That stock will brutalize you. $13. Holy cow, man. How to lose all your money. Alrighty, guys. Good day. Good day. All time highs. All time highs. Um, Groupon. We need Hoy. We need some Hoys. We need some Hoys of the year. But otherwise, guys, I hope you guys have a good day. I'm gonna chillax. It's been a long week, and today was surprisingly busy. I thought it was just gonna be these earnings. Um, but a lot of stuff popped on, and I'm just going to take it easy and wake up early for the call. Substack, you'll get my guidance or viewpoint. It's not really guidance on the call. Yeah, TTD, terrible, terrible deal. Yeah, no matter what price that stock goes to, it is terrible, terrible deal. I think the marginal buy here, Corsair. I appreciate it. I just you like let's just. It seems pretty simple to me. The bear case. Oh no, margins are going to go down to what did margins end up being for Corsair? I just feel like the bear case is broken here. Net revisions are going to be positive. Okay. Nope, that's the wrong one. Okay, I'm gonna get a little bit smart on steps down. Stock fucking sucks. It's going to take some time to go through and kind of figure it out on Stepstone. Corsair definitely is the winner of the day on performance, but the group on call is going to be quite interesting, in fact. All right, guys, I'm taking it easy. I hope you guys take it easy. We made it. We did it. check you in Substack tomorrow.